Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Make some noise for Rochelle Larson. Yeah. Very good, Rochelle. Good job. All right. Well, remember to pick up your free 2021 souvenir program at either gate this evening. It's full of great photos, articles, and contains a scorecard you can use for the game tonight. You can also view the program at CowlittsBlackBears.com. All right, listen. Coming out now is Mayor Mary Alice Wallace, and so you better make sure you cheer loud for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Mary Alice, let it loose. All right. Mary Alice, I threw it a few years ago and it didn't make it to the plate, so you did way better than I did. Don't forget tonight, if the one of the Black Bears hit a home run, thanks to the Longview Grocery Outlet Home Run Bargain Blast, you can actually take your game ticket to Grocery Outlet tomorrow for a free case of bottled water with any purchase if a Black Bear hits a home run tonight. We all want to see that, right? So that's a no then. We all want to see that, right? Okay, good. You had me worried for a second. The umpires are meeting at home plate, and official pitch tonight is 6:35. That's the 2021 Cowlitz Black Bears taking the field right there.
Sorry, hey Mark. The team's taking Carter Monda to get things kicking off. Again, the time for today was supposed to start at 6:35, but starting a little early out here at David Story Field. My name is Zach Smolin, here to bring you all the action between your Cowlitz Black Bears and the Northwest Stars Nighthawks. So the Nighthawks got off to a hot start right here against Dale Tackalo. And his brother pitched yesterday, throws one in, and it's a bunt. Beautiful one over to the left side of the mound. Fires to first over Shepard's glove, and that'll sail into right field. Slipping and falling is Dyer. Scoring is Carter Monda. So that's going to go as an error by the pitcher. That's how the run comes in to score. And just like that, not even a minute in, it is 1-0 Northwest.
Number 72, Jack Thompson.
So that was pretty fast. So we kick things off here. Dyer on first, Tackalo on the mound. We'll get into some more housekeeping stuff in a second, as the first pitch from the right-hander is a strike, count 0-1. Dale Tackalo, your starting pitcher today for the Cowlitz Black Bears. His brother Eli plays for the Northwest Stars. He threw 3 innings yesterday. Dale from Lewis and Clark State College, a right-hander, 0-0 with a perfect 0.00 ERA and 1 strikeout in 2 1/3 innings pitched so far this season, making his first start for Cowlitz in this non-league game. Up now, the left-hander Jack Thompson. He's got a ball and a strike on him as he taps one over to first, and it goes off Shepard's glove and rolls down the right field line. Racing over to pick it up is Kerry Arbolita. He spins around and fires it in. So now runners on the corners. 2 straight errors for Cowlitz after a base hit, and not the best start for the Black Bears here in Longview. And unusual for Shepard, who is usually a Gold Glove caliber first baseman, but just couldn't get the right beat on the ball, as now Travis Helm will step to the plate. There's a quick meeting at the plate between Wilson Weber and Dale Tackalo, as Travis Helm, the first baseman, steps up. Helm in yesterday's game was 1 for 5 with a couple of strikeouts. So Tackalo in some early trouble. First pitch is fouled away in the count 0-1. Let's meet the Northwest Stars Nighthawks lineup. Carter Monda, the DH, leads off with Brooks Dyer, the shortstop, hitting second. Jack Thompson hits third and plays third. Cleaning things up is the first baseman Travis Helm, with Brendan Kimball, the catcher, in the 5 spot. Batting sixth is Nick Lorenza in right field, with the right fielder Ryan Camp hitting 7th. Caden Parker is the second baseman hitting 8th, and batting 9th is the center fielder Quadrice Teague, as another one fouled off by Helm on the right side, and the count 0-2 to him. So still a chance to get out of this with less damage. Tackalo checks over at Thompson on first. Takes a longer look, actually turns his waist all the way around. Kicks, delivers the 0-2, and this is tapped over to second, could be 2. Mulcair's there, fires to second for 1 in time, and they're not going to be able to get it to Shepard, so Dyer comes in to score. It's a 4-6 fielder's choice. The Black Bears get it out on the board, but at the price of the Nighthawks scoring again. It's 2-0 Northwest.
Brendan Kimball.
So that was a little Mulcair over to Brock Bozit action. And now Brendan Kimball will step up. And he takes a pitch off the plate for a ball. Count 1-0 to Kimball. Right-handed hitter wearing the number 7. And Tackalo comes set, checks over. Thompson, no batting gloves over at first base. The next pitch, curveball, ooh, up and inside. 1-1 coming up to Brendan Kimball. So look at their stat page. Kimball just 1 for 11 to start the season with 3 runs scored. He's been hit by a pitch twice and struck out 6 times. Here's the 2-0. Is grounded and through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Picking it up as mentioned left. He'll fire it in. Another hit for the Northwest Nighthawks.
Up now, number 68, Nick Lorenza.
And they're off to a phenomenal start to this ball game. So now here comes Nick Lorenza stepping up. And this is his first plate appearance of the season against West Coast League competition. Runners on first and second base, 1 away, and 2 runs on the board for the Nighthawks. This is popped up in shallow right field. Arbolita takes a couple of steps in, now a few quicker ones, and makes the grab for out number 2. It looked like he was setting up to throw on third base, but didn't have to worry about it,
Lumber Company, 311 Pine Street in Kelso.
as Helm held up over there on the second base back. So now Ryan Camp will come to the plate. Camp batted a little higher in the order yesterday, but probably dropped down because he went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. And so far he's 3 for 12 on the season with a .250 average. First pitch from Takalo, curveball, popped up again into the right side. Shepard goes over near the netting, and it goes off his glove and then into the netting to try and keep it up, but because it popped out, just a foul ball there, even though he kept it from hitting the ground. Count 0-1. And with that, let's meet the rest of Cowlitz's defense. Henry Mensch is in left with Toriano Sweet in center field. Kerry Abalita is in right. Dawson Martin mans the hot corner at third base with Brock Bozet at short, Sean Mulcair at second, and Jaden Shepard on first base. Behind the plate is Wilson Weber, and on the mound is Dale Takalo. Helm on second, Kibble on first, and this one ends up plunking Camp. Just caught the inside of his jersey. So now the base is loaded. And not a lot of available arms today, according to Brian Burris, the manager of the Black Bears. So Takalo's going to have to start ironing things out in a hurry. So here comes Caden Parker, the second baseman. It's his first time up this series, a 2-game set, the final game of this series, as Takalo misses high with the off-speed pitch, count 1-0. Parker 2 for 10 with 4 runs scored, a double, a walk, and has been hit twice in his 3 games. Takalo kicks, delivers, hit in the air on the right side and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike as that was fouled over on the right side. And the Nighthawks 2-2 against West Coast League competition, 2-0 against Wenatchee, and 0-2 against Bend and Cowlitz combined. As Bend really putting a beat on them, and last night the Black Bears were able to eke by, winning by a score of 2-1, as Takalo hits the outside corner, 1-2. Bases loaded, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Takalo deals, and it's fouled straight back into the netting, so we'll do it all over again with Quadrice Teague waiting on deck. It's been mostly right-handers coming up, except for Jack Thompson. It's Caden Parker hitting from the right-handers batter's box. 1-2, and it's lined but foul. On the right side into the bullpen.
The Roof Doctor, family owned and operated, makes house calls
for the Nighthawks. Some dimensions here, David Storyfield. Down the left field line, 306, 342 in the left center power alley. 387 to dead center, and right down the right field line, 326. As look out, breaking ball slips out of the hand of Takalo and plunks Caden Parker, so everybody will move around. Coming in to score is Travis Helm, and now it's a 3-0 Nighthawks lead. 2 errors, 2 hit batters, and a couple of hits have brought in these 3 runs. Takalo still only at 20 pitches, though, as the lefty Teague comes up and takes a strike on the outside corner, count 0-1. Teague was hit by a pitch twice yesterday and was 0 for 2 aside from that, also struck out. Left-handed batter in a slightly knee-bent stance as Takalo gets in a swing and miss, and the count now 0-2. Big spot here, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, just getting started at David Storyfield in Longview, Washington. And Takalo's 0-2 curveball. And slips out of his hand off the outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Corey Keir, the pitching coach, giving the signs over to Wilson Weber for the next pitch. Parker on first, Camp on second, Kimball on third base. Here is your 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded on to Mulcair. Picks it up, throws to first, and puts him away for the final out of the inning. A little bit of a sloppy one, though, for Cowlitz this inning, but see if they could turn it around the offensive side of the inning. 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, 3 left aboard. We're done with half an inning here at Lower Columbia College with the Black Bears coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube.
And you know
So
what?
here we go in the bottom of the first inning. Brock Bozick going to lead things off. The team's leading run producer. He's knocked in 3 this season and has earned himself a spot at the top of the order. Let's give you the whole Black Bears roster as Christian Peters warms up to get things started. Former Black Bear. Brock Bozick, the shortstop, leads off with Toriano Sweet, the center fielder, hitting second. Jaden Shepard will hit third and play first base with Kerry Arbolita cleaning up in right field. Case Ogata, the DH, will bat fifth with Sean Mulcair, the second baseman, in the sixth spot. Dawson Martin at the hot corner will hit seventh with Wilson Weber catching in the 8-hole, and batting ninth, rounding out the order, is number 9, Henry Mensch. Black Bears were just 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position yesterday and had a difficult time hitting in big spots, but on the bright side for the team, 36.4% of the balls that came off their bat were line drives, so starting to barrel it up, but running into the same issue that they have all season long. And for them, that's really just been hitting it right at guys. So let's see if Bozick
There he is, number 3, Brock Bozick.
can do something a little different. So including non-league games, Bozick hitting .250 with 3 runs scored, 4 hits and 16 at-bats, and a couple walks. Also a phenomenal bunter. First pitch from the righty, Peters, is a strike in the count 0-1. Peters wearing the number 67. It's his first appearance of the season. Got some quarter action coming in as a fine mist starts to come down. As this is tapped over to second. Parker picks it up, throws to first, and retires him for out number 1. So even Bozick's speed could not make up for that ground ball. And there's one down here in the bottom of the first.
Sweet.
And here is Toriano Sweet. Sweet with 3 stolen bases on the year, has knocked in a run, and sitting .231, including non-league action. So up in the 2 spot, this is the highest he's hit all year. Has hit 5th as well at some point. And the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. Nice bite on that slider from Peters, and the count 0-1. Sweet with a lot of speed, a ground ball to the left side could get him a hit. As Peters, actually more of a sidearmer, my mistake. I said 3/4 before. And clearly not that, as he missed away here in the count 1-1. Cowlitz down by 3. Only 1 earned run charged to Takalo, though, as this is inside and down the right field line for a base hit. Sweet took that pitch to the opposite field and jammed him. He's going to head for second base, and it's a 1-out double for Toriano Sweet, hitting the ball well. And now the Black Bears in business with the runner in scoring position. So now we'll get a look at Jaden Shepard. 2 for 11, 2 runs scored, 2 driven in, also a couple of steals. A big right-handed batter from Ohlone College. And the sidearm works well if it's Fool's batters, gives them a different look, but if the guys start to get used to it, could be in for a world of trouble. Let's see if the Black Bears can punish that delivery as the first pitch fastball is strike right down the middle in the count 0-1. Shepard didn't start the last game, as we're giving Case Ogata a chance over at first, and Ogata is on deck now as he got a couple of base hits in that game. Here's the 0-1. And the slider slithers a little too far outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Black Bears are 5-3 overall in the season, 2-0 in non-league games. Won 10-8 against the Ridgefield Raptors and 2-1 yesterday against the Northwest Stars Nighthawks in the first game of this 2-game series. And they're 3-3 otherwise. This one gets away from Kimball. Throw to third, not nearly in time, with Sweet's ability to just hustle.
You're our boy, Blue.
As Toriano Sweet gets over to third on the wild pitch. So now a 2-1 count as Brendan Kimball going out to talk to Christian Peters, and seems like a good time to give you today's umpires. Behind the plate is Ross Working, and in the field, Dave Crane, who was out there yesterday as well. And then, of course, tomorrow will be the beginning of a new series against the Highline Bears. That game will be at 1:05 right here on YouTube and KEDO. You also buy tickets at CalsBlackBears.com. So here's the 2-1. Hyde Chopper back to the mound. Peters is going to have one play. It's to first. Off and running is Sweet. He slides, and the ball comes out, so he's going to be safe. Toriano Sweet with the aggressive base running. We love to see it. Gets the Black Bears on the board, and it's 3-1.
Crossing home plate is Toriano Sweet.
So Shepard out on the 1-3, but he'll take it.
Up now, number 21, Carrie Arboleda.
As we'll get a chance to check out Carrie Arboleda. Arboleda, including non-league games, hitting .231, 3 hits and 13 at-bats, has knocked in 2. Big, powerful right-hander as he takes a pitch on the inside corner, a curveball strike, count 0-1. So now the base is empty, but the Black Bears happy to get a run up there on the board. And Peters delivers. Gets him to swing and miss at the outside pitch. Also went off speed, count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. 3-1, Northwest up on Cowlitz. And he deals. Off the end of the bat, fouled in right in front of the dugout for the Nighthawks on the first base side. The Black Bears on the third base end, as they always are for their home games here in 2021. No balls, 2 strikes. Arboleda trying to just go gap to gap right here. And the 0-2 curveball misses low. Good block by Kimball, though. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Nighthawks in their maroon jerseys with the Northwest logo and NW and a star in the middle on the top right. They have white numbers on the back, gray pants, and black caps with that same logo right on the face. And for those of them that are wearing them up, they have black socks as Arboleda swings and misses strike 3. So Arboleda down on strikes for the final out of the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left aboard. Cowlitz get one back, but still trail by 2 with the Nighthawks coming to bat in the top of the second inning. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball and watching Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube. Yep, minute between each inning is perfect. Sorry about that.
Local partner when finding a new or certified pre-owned vehicle.
Top of the second inning and the top of the order for the Nighthawks coming up. Carter Monda, Brooks Dyer, and Jack Thompson will all get their second times up in as many innings as Dale Takalo looks to smooth things out.
Number 65, Carter
Here his second time through the order. Monda 1 for 1 with a leadoff double right down the left field line. First pitch from Takalo is a strike right in there in the count 0-1. And the next offering, curveball, laced in the air to right field. Hooking towards the line, Arboleda in a full sprint, runs, slides, and makes the grab. Oh, what a play by Carrie Arboleda. And he sends him down for out number 1.
Arboleda out there in right field. Up the plate now, number 5.
Well, we know why they keep putting him out there.
Dyer.
And with the grass a little wet, the slide a bit easier, and Arboleda making it look easy as Brooks Dyer comes up. Dyer 0 for 1. He reached on an error. First pitch from Takalo. Misses high for a ball. Count 1-0. And the next one, another fastball, but off the plate again. 2 balls and no strikes. Some rare errors from Cowlitz. Only had 4 coming into this game. And already 2 in the first inning as Weber, catches it, but just off the outside edge, 3-0.
Fan section.
And the next one, curveball, dunked in for a strike right on the inside, and you count 3-1 against the right-hander. Cowlitz win their black jerseys with orange trim. The Cowlitz Black Bears C on the front left lapel, nice and big in orange with white trim around it. And the Black Bears with numbers on the back with the same color scheme, white pants and black caps with the orange C on the front. So that one fouled away. Now Takalo has worked the count to 3-2. Kicks, delivers, curveball, and is swatted back into the backstop. Counter will remain full.
Serving more than 294,000 customers in 96 communities. Cascade Natural Gas.
So coming into the game, Takalo had not allowed a run. Now 3 have come in. Well, actually it allowed a run, but it was not earned. And only one of those was earned that inning as this is lined into center. Sweet, though, is right there for it as he makes the catch for out number 2. So a couple of hard hit balls to the outfield. No issue for this Black Bears group out there as Jack Thompson will step up. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error.
Number 72, Jack Thompson.
And that one to Thompson. Off the plate for a ball, count 1-0. Thompson drove in the only run for the Nighthawks in yesterday's game. Left-handed hitter with no batting gloves as he hits one in the air to left. Mensch is there, camps under it, builds a fire, and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So each Black Bears outfielder gets a chance out there. They went from left to right to center to left. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard as Takalo smooths things over and works a 1-2-3 inning. It's a 3-1 Nighthawks lead over the Black Bears with Cowlitz due up in the bottom of the second. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on YouTube and 99.1 FM, 1400 AM, KEDO Longview. All right, bottom of the second inning. Ogata, Mulcair, and Martin all due up for Cowlitz. That's 5, 6, and 7. As Christian Peters out for another inning of work. Now, a bit of a steady rain going here at David Story Field, but I'll tell you one thing.
Stepping up now.
These Longview citizens and other visitors, incredibly tough. Bunch of umbrellas, and out here to support their Black Bears, rain or shine. So Ogata was 2 for 3 yesterday, with line drive base hits to both right and left field. He's shown a lot of pop. First pitch to him is a fastball just a little low and outside. Count 1-0. And this is the last game of this 2-game set. Second game, though, of 5 home games in a row for the Black Bears as Ogata taps one foul. And the count 1-1. Ooh, Aaron Matthews, the third base coach and pitching coach, tried to make a play on it, but just slipped out of his hand. We'll give him a break because it's raining. But the former Las Vegas Aces outfielder, I might give him a hard time after the game. Thompson from the extreme third base side of the rubber fires a fastball inside to Ogata, 2-1 coming up for him. Now the Black Bears were able to answer back in the bottom of the first by knocking in a run of their own. Toriano Sweet with some aggressive base running as Ogata really gets a hold of this one to left field, but it's just going to die out there, and diving to make the catch is Nick Lorenza for out number 1. So couldn't have hit that one much better than Ogata did. But unfortunately it was right at Lorenza.
Brendan Kimball.
As Sean Mulcair will step up.
Correction. Up now, number 7, Sean Mulcair. There we go.
So Mulcair, including non-league play, hitting .312, 5 hits and 16 at-bats, 4 runs scored, 4 driven in, also has a home run and a stolen base. So left-hander coming up against the right-handed tossing Peters. Mulcair, a big-time pole hitter, though did have a nice line drive to left field a few games ago, but it was caught. Takes one down and away, count 1-0. Due up next is Dawson Martin, the third baseman, one of the 3 catchers, though, that this team has, and 2 of them also play third as Mulcair swings right on top of the off-speed pitch. And the count now 1-1. Well, the one benefit to this rain so far is there's no wind out there at all. So although the rain might bog down a couple of the hits, left field might be open season for these teams. Usually is not here, as this is grounded through the hole on the right side and into right for a base hit. So Mulcair knocks one on the ground, hits it nicely. And as they say, hit him where they ain't. That's what he did. Runner on first now for Cowlitz.
Dawson Martin, our third baseman, going to University of Nevada.
So Martin, again, including these non-league games, 1 for 5 with a walk.
Don't forget, if the Black Bears hit a home run tonight, take your ticket down to Grocery Outlet tomorrow for free bottled water.
And Martin's only hit came in bend, went over into left field. So far we've seen him pull the ball a lot. He's incredibly valuable behind the plate for Cowlitz. As the first pitch to him is a breaking ball in for a strike in the count 0-1. And Dawson has such a ubiquitous presence behind home plate. He's able to frame pitches, calls a great game, and is a great ad for this Black Bears squad. So they have a quick throw over to first, not in time. Mulcair has swiped a bag before, and we'll see if they try to run off Brandon Kimball now. Especially with the rain and the turf, it's a nice sliding combination for the Black Bears, and you can really get your slide started early and maybe pick up some speed to get under the tag as Martin takes one inside for a strike 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and another throw over, not in time. So they're trying to keep Mulcair close over there. Northwest with a 3-1 lead over Cowlitz. So the Black Bears look for a sweep in their first 3-game winning streak of the season. Here's the 0-2. And Martin takes one inside. Actually turned like it was going to hit him, but stayed in there. 1-2 coming up to the University of Nevada product. Martin from Sparks, Nevada, coming all the way up here to Washington. Happy to have him on the team. It's Mulcair with a nice lead off first. Here comes the 1-2, and this is lined into center right at Teague, though, who just had to take a quick step back to make the grab for out number 2. So another line drive out. Again, Cowlitz barreling the balls up really well, just right at these fielders, and not much you can do about that. So let's see if Wilson Weber, though, can carry one and hit it in the gap. As Weber hitting 158, 3 for 19, 2 runs scored and a run batted in, also a double and a triple included in those hits. Home run away from the season cycle as the first pitch, a slider on the outside corner for a strike, and the count 0-1. So a couple line outs and a base hit, the story of this inning. That's how Mulcair's on first with 2 away. Another throw over. Mulcair dives back there in time. They're really trying to keep him close. The Black Bears trail by 2. They have played 7 consecutive one-run games. They are 4-3 in those contests. Another throw. And another one not in time. Now Peters drops the baseball, picks it back up. Luckily for him, that mound is all turf, so doesn't have to worry about the ball getting all messed up and muddied over there. The 0-1 is popped up over on the right side in foul territory. Right in front of the bag is Travis Helm, who will put the squeeze on it and send him down for the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard for the Black Bears. We head into the top of the third with Cowlitz trailing by 2 and Northwest coming up to bat. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube.
Thank you, Jaden. That's called the Fishbowl Challenge.
Back here
Those are
at David Story Field at Lower Columbia College, the Black Bears trail it 3-1, and Northwest coming back to bat. They'll send up 4, 5, and 6. Travis Helm, Brendan Kimball, and Nick Lorenza to the plate. All right-handed hitters for Dale Tacalo, who had a bit of a bumpy first, but bounced right back with the 1-2-3 top of the second inning. And let's see if you continue to do that with the rain still falling steadily out here. But again, not driving away anybody. The Black Bears faithful out here in droves on a Saturday night to support their teams. This is hit, just off the glove of Jaden Shepard, who leaped in the air. Used every inch of his frame to try to make that grab, but it's a line drive base hit for Travis Helm, and one batter, one hit.
Brendan Kimball.
Here in the top of the third inning. So now here comes Brendan Kimball, 1 for 1 with a base hit, and Kimball, well, I thought he knocked in a run, but he did not. Ground ball double play in effect here. So Black Bears looking for another quick escape. First pitch from Tacalo. Goes off speed with the changeup, but hits the zone at the knees, and the count 0-1. Tacalo, this will be his first start of the season, and been told by Brian Burst that he'll have quite the long leash today. As he gets a swing and a miss. Well, with stuff like that, you see why in the count 0-2. Black Bears with a lot of new guys coming in. And again, these non-league games, you try to win out there each and every time, but also you want to see who you've got in some of your new pitchers. And also, with your bullpen guys, see if they have a chance to start. And that's what Tacalo's doing right here as the runner fakes the go, and the breaking ball slipping out of his hand again in the count 0-2. So Tacalo, with the wetness of the baseball, having a bit of a difficult time gripping that curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The lights are on here at David Story Field as the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Tacalo gets him hacking on the changeup down and away and sends him down on strikes for out number 1. So Tacalo came into the game with just 1 strikeout and 2 1/3 innings pitched. And now has matched that total through his next 2 1/3. Lorenza 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. First offering, right there at the knees for a strike in the count 0-1. So I don't think Tacalo's going to abandon that curveball, but probably a lot more fastball changeup coming in here with that lack of grip that he's displayed so far today. Again, I don't blame him with the rain coming down, as that went up and outside 1-1. When I was pitching in high school, when it rained, just could never get the right grip on it. And you had results of the 2-seam, the 4-seam, and maybe a changeup in there, but curveball was my best pitch. I could never use it. Here's the 1-1. Runner goes, and this is laced into right, but hooking foul, and that is where it will land over in the Northwest Stars bullpen.
Dream Dentistry offers sedation.
So Tacalo jumps ahead 1-2.
Complete multiple procedures at once, saving you time. MyDreamTeeth.com. One expert office, one painless visit.
So now the right-hander looking back in here against the fellow right-hander, Nick Lorenza. Looking for a ground ball or a strikeout here. The 1-2 is lined up the middle, and that's going to drop in front of Sweet for a base hit. He has to dive on a hop to put a stop to it. Runner is breaking for third. He'll get there. So despite Sweet's best efforts to cut the ball down, the speed of Helm, a big difference maker, as he's able to get into third safely.
Up now, number 6, Ryan Camp.
So now here comes Ryan Camp. Camp was hit by a pitch his first trip up as the Nighthawks with the chance to add another run on the board. Runners on the corners, just 1 away. In the top of the third inning. It's Black Bears' 5th game in as many days. They had 3 on the road in Bend and now 2 straight at home. And we'll play again tomorrow against Highline at 1 o'clock as Tacalo misses upstairs and away. Count 1-0. Helm on third, Lorenza on first base. As the Black Bears look to lean on their defense to have an early exit to the top of the third. And now Camp steps out, looks at the signs again. And third base coach relays them through and through, so we're ready to get going. Lorenza, 8 feet off the bag. Next pitch, high and outside, and Weber's got to stand up to make the grab. The count 2-0. Yesterday's game, 1 run was scored in the first by the Nighthawks, and that was it for them. Shut out the rest of the way through by Kelly Austin in the bullpen. Keegan Wright picking up the save, and Austin with the victory. And the Black Bears scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that was it. Just a quick game. That game came in at under 2.5 hours. This is hit in the air and will split the outfielders and left for a base hit. Sweet's going to fire it in. Scoring his helm. It's an RBI single for Ryan Kemp, and the Nighthawks back up by 3. It's 4-1.
Powered by Cowlitz PUD. Online at cowlitzpud.org. See your usage statistics in the live Osprey Cam.
So now Caden Parker steps up. He was hit by a pitch his first time.
Caden Parker.
As the Black Bears try to smother this mini rally here. First pitch is lined foul off the handle of the bat over on the right side, out of play into that concession area. And the count now 0-1. Gus Farah, the general manager for both the Cowlitz Black Bears and the Ridgefield Raptors, in attendance tonight, as well as the owner, Tony Bonacci. Here's the 0-1. Spiked in the dirt and stopped there by Weber. Count even at 1-1. I'm excited to see what Dawson Martin can do over at third base. We know he's a sensational catcher. And now at the hot corner this evening. Now Takalo sets. Another quick look over at Lorenza. 1-1. Is laced foul on the right side and once again out of play. Jumps ahead now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the Cowlitz bullpen arms, troopers, every last one of them, still sitting out there with no rain cover. But the rest of the Black Bears on the top step of the dugout, so nobody taking shelter. Again, just a little bit of a drizzle as the 1-2 from Takalo. He got him! Catches Parker window shopping with the curveball down and in, and sends him away for out number 2. So Takalo picks up his 2nd strikeout of the ball game, and his 3rd of the season as Quandrice Teague steps up. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to Sean Mulcair. First pitch. Fastball runs away from him off the outer edge of the plate. Count 1-0. Another strikeout will get him out of this jam, and Teague did strike out in yesterday's game with Kelly Austin on the mound. He was one of his 7 strikeout victims, as this is hit in the air but foul over the bleachers on the left side. That's going to land out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike coming up. This is game number 9. Cowlitz 5-3 on the season, including 2 non-league games, 3-3 in the West Coast League, as they'll be able to pick up a bunch of games in hand while the rest of the league plays each other. Here's a 1-1. Curveball tapped over to second base. Mulcair picks it up on a hop, shovels it to first, and retires Teague for the final out of the inning. But here in the top of the 3rd, the Northwest Stars pick up another one, as they score 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left aboard. We hit to the bottom of the 3rd. Cowlitz trail by 3 as they come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and the Black Bears YouTube channel. New arm coming in for the Northwest Stars Nighthawks. It is the left-hander, Boone Rush. Lefty with the 3-quarter delivery, so that'll do it today. for the starting pitcher, Christian Peters. Peters went just 2 innings, my mistake. 2 innings, only used 26 pitches, 69.2% for strikes as 18 crossed the plate, allowed 1 run. It was earned on 2 hits and 1 strikeout, also a wild pitch in there as well. So that's it for the starter, as we'll get a look at Boone Rush here today. And Rush, let's check on what college he's from. I have all sorts of rosters in front of me. Here we go. Rush from Lynn Benton Community College from Portland, Oregon. Lefty at 6'1" and 190 pounds. So looking to
up now, number 9.
send down a couple of Black Bears, but they have other ideas. They'll have all righties against him. And the Black Bears scored their 2 runs yesterday against the Nighthawks bullpen, so let's see if they can keep that trend alive. Rush comes set, Mensch to the plate. Kicks, delivers. Ooh, look out, that was way inside as Mensch just steps out of the way. Count 1-0. Including non-league games, Henry Mensch, 4 for 14. That's 286 with a trio of runs scored. Nice force at the bottom of the Cowlitz order. And now the 1-0. Slung up and away, 2 balls and no strikes coming up to the Cowlitz Black Bears left fielder. It's going to be Mensch, Bozit, and Sweet all due up, 9-1-2. And this is Rush's first appearance of the season for the Nighthawks. Comes set, holds the glove near his face, the 2-0. Oh, look out, up and in as Mensch has to turn his pristine jawline out of the way. Count 3-0. So a couple of pitches almost hit Mensch, and then one went up and away. Now 3-0. That's a strike. Get me over pitch right down Main Street. And the count now 3-1, so Mensch can swing away. 3 balls, 1 strike, bases empty. Black Bears trail it by 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Next pitch is fouled into the backstop. Count full now, 3-2.
Next beach getaways. Fiber FCU has branches all along the way. FiberCU.com. Banking.
Now it looks like another arm headed out to the bullpen, but maybe to just start to stretch out and get warm, as we don't know what the Nighthawks will do today. Looks like a bullpen game, though, if their first 2 innings were by 1 guy, and they're already turned in. As Rush misses up and in, ball 4, so Mensch will trot on over to first, and another right-hander will step up to the plate in Brock Bozit. Bozit 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman. Bozit with plenty of speed, a push bunt actually could work for him if he could get it down the first base line with the lefty falling off the mound over on the third base end. And left-hander kicks, delivers. Yeah, he does think about bunting, but pitch misses high, 1-0. Bozit leads the team with 3 runs batted in, has a runner on first here. Hitting the gap, could score the speedy Mensch and add to his total. Long pause by Rush, and the runner goes. This one is swung on and missed. Here comes the throw, not in time, as Mensch got off to a great jump. And he's over at second base with his first swipe bag of the season. So another long pause by Rush. Takes a little while between pitches, as Bozit with a couple of practice hacks in the box. Mensch leading off the bag at second, so now a base hit can almost certainly score him. As the 1-1 comes in, breaking ball hitting the air on the right side, but foul. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brock Bozit, as Boone Rush getting ready to throw his 10th pitch. 4 have gone over the plate.
Bozit.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes coming up, and Rush didn't like something there, so steps off the mound. And we'll get back onto the rubber. On deck is Toriano Sweet, who hits the ball like really like a cannonball, getting shot out from a pirate ship or something. This is grounded and through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Aaron Matthews is going to wave home mensch. Here's the throw, and out of time, and it gets away from Kimball. Going to second is Bozit. He'll stop there. It's an RBI single for Brock Bozit. His 4th ribby of the season, and he slashes the Nighthawks lead. It's 4-2.
I see them rally towels going. Up now, number 2, Toriano Sweet.
So here's Sweet now, 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Sweet's got the pop. He's the right man for the situation here for Cowlitz. Can set the plate very well, also for Shepard, Arbolita, and Ogata. Now Rush setting here, a couple of pumps with his front knee. First pitch to Sweet, swing and miss. Look out, his bat goes flying out of his hands. And over to the third baseman, Jack Thompson, count 0-1. And yeah, he might have to put a little bit more pine tar on it there with the rain coming down the way it is. So Sweet gonna mosey on over. Him and Matthews having a bit of a laugh as, yeah, he's gonna have to rub that one down. So 0-1 coming up. And luckily Thompson was playing pretty far back.
And Affordable Rates Guest House is the official hospitality partner of the Cowlitz Black Bears. Enjoy a getaway with the amenities you expect.
Well, I guess today was a good day for Rally Towel Day.
Sweets.
Here at David Story Field with steady rain coming down. But again, nobody's left the ballpark. Everybody out here and sticking with it. As I'd encourage everybody to. Why not? It's still a nice ball game here. The Black Bears trail it just by 2, and we're still in the first third of the ball game. 0-1 coming up to Sweet. Bozit on second. And he deals. Misses down and away, and the count 1-1. Rush now 50-50 balls and strikes. 6 of each. It's cool seeing all the different umbrellas out here. We got a rainbow one on the left side, a hot pink, a lot of black ones. Black Nike one over in the corner. Rush coming set again. And they decide to throw over, and it gets away from the second baseman Parker and into center field. Bozit's going to grab third, so a defensive miscue. Very costly here for the Nighthawks, as now a potential third run for the Black Bears is 90 feet from home. So that'll go as an error by Boone Rush. It's Toriano Sweet. All he has to do is put the ball on the ground to the right side or hit it in the air to score Bozit. 1 run in the first for Cowlitz, 1 in the third. They got the one back that they surrendered in the top of the third inning, and now look to close the gap even further. Sweet leans over the plate just a little bit. Taps his front foot, 1-1. Breaking ball, that's a strike. And he falls behind now, 1-2, with Jaden Shepard waiting on deck. Getting a long wait in between pitches from Rush. Really takes his time on the mound to set his own rhythm as the 1-2 on the way. Curveball spins it high and outside, and we'll see that a lot today with the rain. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And tomorrow we have more Black Bears action as they begin the series against the Highline Bears. The first of 3 they'll play at Sunday at 1:05 p.m. and then on Tuesday and Wednesday both at 6:35 p.m. right here at Lower Columbia College, David Story Field in Longview, Washington. You can get your tickets on CowlitzBlackBears.com, or if you are at home, check us out at KEDO and YouTube as Sweet swings and misses at the low offering, and he's down for out number 1.
Up now, number 32, Jaden Shepard.
So here comes Jaden Shepard.
Going to Illinois State.
Tapped out to the pitcher his first trip, but did drive in Sweet for the first run of the ball game for Cowlitz. Looking to give the ball a ride here. His team down by 2. And he's got the platoon advantage with the lefty on the mound. Look out, that's way inside, and Bozit reads that one the whole way. He will score easily off the wild pitch, and the Black Bears close it within 1. And it's 4-3.
Here's another run for the Cowlitz Black Bears.
So now Cowlitz back in the fight, trailing by just 1, and the tying run at the plate in Shepard with a 1-0 count.
3, Brock Bozit, who you cheered for earlier.
Now Rush kind of walking in place a little bit on the rubber before delivering the 1-0 right there on the outside corner with the fastball. 1-1 coming up as Kerry Arboleda waits on deck, kind of shaking the water out of his hair a little bit, spilling out from behind his helmet. Rush sets now at his face, kicks, delivers the 1-1 as Shepard grounds this one through up the middle and in for a base hit. Teagle pick it up and fire it in, and the Black Bears have their bats starting to come around here. As Shepard reaches first base safely, here's Kerry Arboleda.
Kerry Arboleda.
So now the Black Bears with 3 runs on 4 hits. They've only left 1 aboard, and they committed 2 errors. The Nighthawks, 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 5 left aboard. And yeah, how about Arboleda today? So we struck out his first time up, but made a spectacular catch in right field, sliding near the foul line to retire the first batter of the top of the second inning. Shepard with the sliding mitt on his left hand has been known to steal a base. He's got 2 swipe bags this season. First offering, way high and outside, and the count 1-0. Rush almost about to throw his 20th pitch. That'll be his next one, and he's only got the 1 out on the board. Nobody warming in the Nighthawks bullpen. One ball, no strikes, 1 away. Counts with the runner on first here, trailing by just 1. Rush, a long look, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Gets Arboleda to flail right through that one. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. To the Black Bears right fielder. I'm giving a lot of credit to Corby out here tonight, going around and keeping the fans entertained despite probably getting soaked. Corby does not have a jacket. They check on Shepard. He's only about 7 feet off the bag, a fairly shallow lead as the 1-1 comes in. Breaking ball misses low and away. And we'll sit at 2-1 here. You're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, still under an hour. The game just keeps on plugging along. Yesterday's game finished in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Quick one. Very low scoring affair. Excellent pitching. Today already 7 runs on the board as the 2-1 comes in as Arboleda takes a strike. And the count now even at 2-2. Shepard trying to draw a look. Here's the 2-2 breaking ball. This is grounded over to short. Picked up by Dyer. Fires the second for 1. Back over to first, and they got him. The 6-4-3 double play retires the side here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but not before the Black Bears put up a pair of runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and do not leave anybody left on base. We're done with 3 here at David Story Field. The Black Bears trail by 1 with the Nighthawks coming to bat in the top of the 4th. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube.
See how Heritage.
All right, top of the 4th inning. Monda, Dyer, Thompson all due up. It's the 3rd time that these 3 have led off an inning. They did so in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd innings, or rather 1st, 2nd, and now 4th inning. As Dale Takalo out for another inning of work against this leadoff group. So let's see what they've done so far today. As they are just 1 for 6. A couple of runs scored and a double by Carter Monda. Also runs scored for him. So Takalo let one up in the last inning. And let's see if he can get another 1-2-3 like he had in the second.
Number 65 at the top of the lineup, Carter Manda.
Mondo 1 for 2. Again, double and a fly out to right. Great catch by Kerry Arboleda in foul territory. Takalo kicks, delivers. First pitch is punched in the air to very shallow center. Oh, what an incredible catch by Brock Bozit. Bozit leaps in the air into the outfield
What a catch out there.
and sticks the landing as well to send him down for out number 1.
Up now, number 5, Brooks Dyer.
Well, send that one into Sports Center, see if we can get it on tonight. What a grab by Brock Bozit, robbing a for sure base hit away from Carter Monda as Brooks Dyer takes a strike count 0-1. And the Cowlitz righty kicks, fires again, and this is hit in the air over to right field. Shepard on his high horse, ranging back near the warning track, and he makes a catch as he spills into the stands for out number 2. Well, the Black Bears flashing the leather this inning. A couple of spectacular catches by the infielders, Bozit and Shepard.
Came out ready to fight.
So now 2 down. Here's Jack Thompson.
72, Jack Thompson.
Thompson 0 for 2, reached on an error and flied out. First pitch to him, Takalo misses low, and the count 1-0. I apologize if you're also following the game on Twitter. We are a little behind. Something's going on with our Twitter page here. No, they're not sending out as Takalo misses low again, 2-0. We're so happy you're joining us here from home on KEDO and YouTube as this misses downstairs for the 3rd consecutive pitch. 3 balls and no strikes coming up to Jack Thompson. And the 3-0. Get me over fastball is in there at the knees. That was Takalo's 61st pitch, 41st strike, as he tries to claw his way back into the count, 3-1. Bases empty, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Cowlitz trailed by 1 as Thompson hits one sky high to center. Back near the track is Sweet, and he makes the grab in his left hand for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2 excellent plays by Dyer, or rather no, by Bozit and Shepard. Helped the Black Bears with another 1-2-3 inning. We head into the bottom of the 4th. Northwest lead it 4-3 with Cowlitz coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on YouTube and KEDO. Bottom of the 4th inning, Ogata, Mulcair, Martin all due up for Cowlitz. Another inning for Boone Rush out there, who surrendered a pair. Back in the bottom of the 3rd, Cowlitz will try to duplicate that effort during this inning. Black Bears putting the bat on the ball very well today. They've already recorded 4 hits in the contest. Rush sets just below, or rather level with his neck. First pitch to Ogata, and that slammed up the middle, but right at Quadrice Teague. Another hard line out for Ogata. He's barreled the ball up well 2 times in a row, but they've been directly at the outfielders.
Value-added electrical contracting for industry systems. Find him online.
So 1 away. Here's Sean Mulcair, 1 for 1 with a single, and a stolen base for him as well.
7, Sean Mulcair.
With the lone hit in the 2nd inning. Mulcair, very solid left-handed hitter for this Black Bears squad. Doing well in the 6th spot today. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. 0-1. The Black Bears really have a lot of great players at different positions. Mulcair and Matty Fung, both excellent defensive players at second base and left-handed threats in the order. Black Bears also have both Ogata and Shepard at first base. Excellent hitters there as well. And 3 great catches in Dawson Martin, Wilson Weber, and Jake Burley, as that one is a strike to Mulcair, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Bases empty for Calatier as they try to make up this 1-run deficit. And Rush fires the 0-2 curveball, slides a little too far outside, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Mulcair. Cowlitz today at the plate hitting .308 with their 4 hits and 13 at-bats. Good start for them. Offense starting to pick up for Cowlitz over the past couple of games, as now Mulcair calls time. They scored a season-high 7 runs against Bend in the rubber game of that series on the back end of a day-night doubleheader on Thursday night. Won that one by a score of 7-6. Another 1-run game for them. And the 1-2. Curveball. Mulcair gets under it as this is hanging in the air over on the left side, and that'll make the bleachers and actually bounce over the netting and back into play. But nothing for Thompson there to make a catch on. The count stays at 1-2.
The Wave for the All-Ladies Block Party Weekend. 101.5 The Wave, locally owned and a sponsor of
So
the
they toss the ball
Black
back in
Bears.
to the dugout here, and we'll keep going at David Story Field. Again, some extra motion from Boone Rush, who's 1-2 on the way. And strike 3, he got him. Mulcair caught looking. Down and outside, doesn't like the call, but, well, it doesn't matter. It only matters what Ross Working thinks. As he'll head on back to the dugout and make room for Dawson Martin. Martin 0 for 1 with the line out to straightaway center field.
Going to University of Nevada.
Trying to make some noise here at David Story Field again. Barely any wind, so if you get a hold of one over down the left field line, the usual wall of air that's blowing in won't stop you today as he takes a curveball on the outside corner. Count 0-1. Of course, the rain weighs the ball down just a little bit, but as we saw, these Black Bears can really barrel it up. And the 0-1. Martin takes one down and in. Good eye there, right above his shoe tops. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we were trying to do this yesterday. Let's see if the internet wants us to cooperate today. So we try to bounce around the West Coast League. And nope. At least the stream's going as this is tapped foul, and the count now.
The Daily News,
1 ball and
your
2 strikes.
go-to newspaper. Find them online at tdn.com, a proud Black Bears partner.
And the next one, look out, up and in. Martin's got to matrix his way out of that one. Count even at 2-2. Bottom of the 4th. Northwest Stars, Nighthawks 4. Cowlitz Black Bears 3. Deuces Wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the 2-2. Up and away. Great take by Martin. Just above the bell. And an even better call by Ross Working, recognizing that was up and away, and count full 3-2. There's a lot of pitches for Rush to play with. Bases are empty, and Wilson Weber coming up next. Does not want to walk to get to the powerful Weber. And the payoff. Sails high and outside, ball 4. So Dawson Martin working the 2-out walk. Keeps the Black Bears in business and puts the tying runner in scoring position.
Wilson Weber.
And they call him Wheels, shouting out at him. Let's see if Weber can also provide some pop so we can show off those wheels. Weber 0 for 1 with the pop outs to the first baseman today. Martin with a little bit of a hip fake to try to distract the pitcher as Rush misses down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Weber known to go opposite field as well. That's where his extra base hits have gone, and if he does so, will give Martin an excellent chance to score from first base. He's got a lot of speed for a catcher. And they're going to check on him just in case. Throw over, not in time. As Russ, that might not have been so much as to catch Martin off the bag as to try to get his head straight and get back into a rhythm. Did walk the last batter, then the first pitch to Weber was off the plate as the 1-0. Ooh, up and in. Weber turns away from that one, nearly hit. 2-0 now. As Rush preparing to throw pitch number 38. Still no action in the bullpen for the Nighthawks, but some guys mulling around. Perhaps some monkey shines going on over there. Nah, they seem to be okay. 2-0, high chop over to the shortstop. Going to be a tough play. Picks it up on the hop. Dyer Fields fires to first, and they got him just barely in time. The fans unhappy about that one, but the Nighthawks faithful that came here are thrilled for that Dyer throw. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We head to the top of the fifth. The Black Bears trail by 1, and the Nighthawks will come to bat. You're tuning into Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube. Back at it here, top 5, Helm, Kimball, Lorenza due up. This is the second time this group has led off an inning. They did it in the bottom or top of the third, as well as Del Takalo back out for another inning of work. And really, aside from that first inning, it's been smooth sailing for him.
Kids 12 and under get in free with a painted doll.
Helm is 1 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and single as Takalo looks for his second consecutive and third total 1-2-3 inning of this ball game. So he digs in and kicks, fires. First pitch, swing and a miss. Look out, that bat goes into the Black Bears dugout. And thankfully didn't hit anybody. Brian Burris was not paying attention.
Hey, just because you're in the dugout doesn't mean you get to take a break. All right.
And that'll wake him up, so the count 0-1. Thankfully, nobody hit with that bat. Second time a bat has slipped out of somebody's hand. The first one was Toriano Sweet.
Just a reminder, a bat can't leave the playing surface at any time. Up now is number 64, Travis Helm.
So now no balls, 1 strike coming up as well. Helm definitely swung at that, that's for sure. And Takalo deals. Off speed, nails the inside corner, 0-2. Waiting on deck is Brendan Kimball. He's caught a nice game for the Nighthawks today as Takalo's 0-2. And gripped that one a little too tight as he bounces one on the outside part in the left-hander's batter's box. So now the count 1-2. Both Bozit and Mulcair playing pretty far away from the second base bag, so there's a big hole up the middle as he taps it over to Bozit at short. Fires high to first, but Shepard with a lot of height there makes the grab and sends him down for out number 1. Well, that's why you put the tall guy at first base. And also, you know, when you have a Jaden Shepard, you use him.
Number 7, Brendan Kimball.
He's very good at what he does out there. So now Brendan Kimball up. He's also 1 for 2, single and a strikeout as he pops one up over into shallow right field. Sprinting back is Mulcair, but Arbolito will call him off, take a few extra steps, and put the squeeze on it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th as Nick Lorenza comes up. He's 1 for 2, fly out and a single. So now 6 in a row sent down. by Dale Takalo. Actually, 7, my mistake. Started off with Caden Parker as the first pitch to Lorenza, strike count 0-1. Cowlitz keeping it close with their pitching staff as they've done all season long as Lorenza takes one down and out 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Flared foul, and that'll land on top of the press box, rolls down a little bit, skips through a few steps. And now Takalo in the driver's seat, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A warm night here in Longview with some steady rains coming down. Black Bears faithful out in droves, though, as the 1-2 breaking ball is punched, picked up by Weber on a bare hand, but it was in foul territory, so we'll just do the 2-1, or rather the 1-2 all over again. Cowlitz trying to make quick work of the Nighthawks here in the 5th. Another 1-2. And another foul ball. Lands out of play. A couple of young fans going out to try to retrieve it. You got a few every game. Always nice. As Takalo looking to retire his 8th in a row. Another 1-2. Swung on and tap foul behind home plate. Lorenza really putting up a fight. 3 consecutive foul balls after getting into a 1-1 count. And again, bases empty, top 5. Nighthawks 4, Black Bears 3. And Takalo deals again, and once again it's foul back. Lorenza battling Takalo with the foul balls, and he was right on that one as he fouled it back. As another 1-2 on the way. Slider slithers down and outside, blocked by Weber, so we're even now at 2-2. Black Bears looking for their first sweep of the season in the series, also looking for their first third-game winning streak of 2021, as this is crushed down the line in left field, and that one is way deep and is gone. Nick Lorenza got all of that one, crushes it into the Black Bears bullpen. And with one swing of the bat, makes it 5-4 Nighthawks. So he wins the battle there. All those foul balls, catches a real beat on that one and hits the red canoe sign. The ball retrieved by one of the bullpen arms for the Black Bears, and now the Nighthawks back up by 2. If I remember correctly, I think that's the first home run that the Black Bears have given up this season. This one popped up in the infield. Everyone converging, but Bozit's the one that's got it. And makes the catch for the final out of the inning. 1 run on 1 big hit, the home run to left field. No errors, nobody left aboard. We're halfway through here at David Story Field. Cowlitz trail it by a score of 5-3, and the Black Bears will come to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube. All right, bottom of the 5th inning. The Black Bears will look to get back that run and more, sending up Henry Mensch, Brock Bozit, and Toriano Sweet. A good combination, as this trio has done some damage in today's game. Mensch, 1 for 1, and actually these 3 combined are 3 for 5 in this game with a pair of runs scored. Actually, with 3 runs scored, all 3 runs coming from these guys.
Number 9, Henry Minch up now.
First offering from Russian. Oh, just foul down the third baseline. Took a quick turn at the last second. Mensch really got a hold of that, and the count 0-1.
Now he got after it.
So my mistake, 2 for 4.
Henry Minch.
These batters are, as Mensch walked his first time up. Behind the count 0-1, but all righties against Boone Rush. And the 0-1 pitch is punched foul over on the right side, right off the handle of the bat, and out of play, 0-2. Rush has thrown 40 pitches now, 23 for strikes. As now a right-hander starting to get loose in the pen for the Nighthawks. And Rush is 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and in. Tried to get Mensch to watch that all the way, and he certainly did that, but pitch did not grab a corner there, so we'll have a 1-2 count coming up to the 9-hitter for the Black Bears. Cowlitz, 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, 2 left. The Northwest Stars and Nighthawks, 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 5 left aboard. And the 1-2 now, whoa, definitely slipped out of his hand, and Rush knew it as he winces a little bit after that. Black Bears also with an arm warming. And that is number 38, Jake Dent. And the 2-2. This is hit high and deep to left field. There it goes. Goodbye. That one clears the second row of fences. It's a solo home run for Henry Mensch.
That means that's a
sends one to the deep parking lot, and the Black Bears pull within 1. It's 5-4. What a shot by Mensch. Stomps on home plate and into the jubilation of his dugout right there. What a home run by Mensch out of the 9 spot. Hey, we said that the wind conditions were perfect for it today with the lack of it. And now let's see if that can spark an even further Cowlitz Black Bears rally here as Bozit squares to bunt, takes a strike as he pulls it back in the count 0-1. And the 0-1. This is low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brock Bozit. One ball, 1 strike coming up to Bozit. Knocked in a run earlier. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, part of that mini 2-run rally. 1-1 to Bozit. Slips out of his hand, high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike coming up. Black Bears poised for a big inning here. Starting off with a solo shot. Base is empty, nobody out, but they got that extra run on the board. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss from Bozit on the high fastball, and he evens the count up now at 2-2. Well, we're back to the top of the order for the Black Bears, and they've been putting in their work today as they put up 4 runs in this contest and look like they're ready for some more. And now the 2-2 from Rush. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Bozit down on strikes and back to the dugout for out number 1.
Now number 2, Toriano.
So here comes Toriano Sweet, 1 for 2. He has doubled, scored a run, and struck out today. Also made a great catch in center on a line drive. And Rush, first pitch, swing and a miss as he's actually getting the Black Bears out in front a little bit. So he might be opening with changeups, count 0-1. He's not blowing them away with fastballs there. Swinging a little early on him. And Rush delivers the 0-1 curveball, misses a little high. 1-1 coming up to the Black Bears center fielder. Well, he definitely put more pine tar on that handle. You could tell it's sticking to his batting gloves quite well. One and one coming up to Sweet. He deals. Another swing and a miss at the up and in offering. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Black Bears have played all but one of their contests in the 1-run fashion. Looking to change that trend today with a couple extra here. With 1 out, bases empty, the 1-2, swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts by Boone Rush. Bounces back very nicely after that solo home run, and now Jaden Shepard, another long ball threat, stepping up to the plate.
Up now, number 32, Jaden Shepard.
Shepard, 1 for 2 with a ground out and a base hit. He also knocked in a run today. Coming up against the left-hander, so in all likelihood be Rush's final inning. As he deals the first one to Shepard, low and outside. And the count 1-0. And that might have been a strike, but the way Kimball caught that did not exactly give the best look to Ross Working, so Shepard able to perhaps steal one there. As he sets up inside now to the big right-handed hitter, 1-0. And missed his spot, but hit the strike zone. Right on the outer half, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike to the Black Bears first baseman. Bases empty, 2 away. Black Bears put another one on the board with the solo shot by Henry Mensch. One. 1-2. Fastball on the outside corner as Shepard's fallen behind. After the solo home run, back-to-back strikeouts from Boone Rush. Looking for a third here. The Black Bears looking to do what Henry Mensch did. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rush shakes off the initial sign. Now he's ready to go. Big leg kick, fires the 1-2. Breaking ball, misses high. And we'll even it out in the count. Deuces Wild in the bottom of the 5th now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Rush, another long look. The 2-2 delivery. Shepard lines one right up the middle and right in front of Teague for a base hit. That ball actually curved a little bit off the bat, but hey, Shepard with a 2-hit day and hit number 6 now for the Black Bears in today's contest.
Now number 21, Kerry Arboleda.
Inning not over yet. Kerry Arboleda up to the plate, and Shepard with some very good speed over there at first base. Hit to the gap can score him.
Playing right through the rain, and we love him for
especially with the power of Arboleda. So expect another long at bat here with Rush on the mound, taking his time. Hey, no harm, no foul, but I think the pitcher would work a little more quickly in the rain, but more concerned about what he's got going on up there as Arboleda pops one up to right. Camp hustles in and makes the catch above his head for the final out of the inning. Black Bears score 1 run on 2 hits, 1 big hit, a solo home run by Henry Mensch, and leave 1 man aboard. No errors in the inning as well. We head into the top of the 6th inning with the Nighthawks leading 5-4, and the Northwest squad coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube. All right, here we go in the top of the 6th inning. You know what? I give these fans a lot of credit coming out here on the field for these on-field games. As got some archery going on over here. I think they're trying to knock these things down. Now, nobody hit the targets, but a little Katniss Everdeen action happening here at Lower Columbia College here in Longview. We've got Caden Parker, Quandrese Teague, and Carter Monda as Jake Dent will take the mound. And will take the ball from Dale Takalo. So that's it for Dale, and let's see what he did today. He threw 5 innings, allowed 5 runs, 2 earned though only. 6 hits, no walks, 2 hit batters, and a couple of strikeouts through 76 pitches, 53 for strikes. That's 69.7% as he hands the ball over to Jake Dent. Now Dent, counting non-league play, has thrown 3 innings, allowed 4 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. First pitch from Dent, misses low to the right-handed hitting Parker, count 0-1. Parker is 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking and a hit by pitch. Next offering, Dent, a big-time downhill fastball thrower. Misses off the plate again, 2 balls and no strikes from him. Dent stands at 6'4", 235 pounds from Pinole, California. Goes to Sonoma State University as he throws one in the crushed up tires in the turf field. And the count now 3-0. Dent working quickly, catches one at the knees this time to Parker. Doesn't want to walk the leadoff man here with his team trailing by 1 run. So he pounds a strike, 3-1. Kicks, fires, next one. This is tapped on a couple hops over to the shortstop. Bozit's there, fires strongly to first to catch the speedy Parker, and he's got him for out number 1. Nice play by Bozit. Knew he had to get rid of it quickly, but did not sacrifice his accuracy for speed. And that's out number 1. A nice job by Dent to battle back after 3 straight pitches off the plate to get the out there. So here comes Quadrice Teague. And I said that at the exact same time as our PA guy, Josh Carter. That happens once in a while. Teague 0 for 2, very consistent, both to the second baseman. Takes a fastball up and in, and the count 1-0. Cowlitz have hung around in this game. Every time Northwest have scored, they've been able to fight back. And a strike in there now to Teague, 1-1. 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 errors, 5 left aboard. 1 error, my mistake. For Cowlitz, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left. As this is hit hard and foul, and ooh, that's going to hit one of the college buildings over there on the left side, and the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, top 6. I've just been given pretty much 2 full hens worth of chicken tenders from the concession stands. Oh my goodness. That was the pause there. I'm going to have to share these. But we thank everybody working on down there. And the count now 2-2. Popped up again in foul territory. And we'll keep it at 2-2. I've been given a lot of interesting foods throughout the season. Or rather, throughout my time as a broadcaster. I was doing a high school travel tournament in Virginia, and I was smelling something. It was really good, and one team had chicken sandwiches as this is swung on a miss by Teague, and he's down on strikes for out number 2. So anyway, I was commenting on the air about it all game. The scent of the fried chicken was just wafting through the air. It was spectacular, much like it is right here in the press box here, as I think almost everybody got something good. And some of the parents and fans heard me and just gave me a bunch of chicken nuggets right in front of me. So it was fantastic. And always a good time here in the press box. You never know what's going to happen as this one upstairs from Dent, count 1-0 against Carter Monda, who's 1 for 3 with a double, a fly out, and a line out. Also scored the first run of the game. Next pitch from Dent. Pounds that outside corner with the fastball. 1-1 coming up from the big man. Next one from Dent. Slammed, but foul. You can hear the crack on that bat. Big time barreled up from Monda, but it was also very, very early. As he laces one over on the third base side. Dent in line for a 1-2-3 inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a grounder over to Bozit. On the hop, high to first, but caught by Shepard and retires him for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We are through 5.5 here at David Story Field. The Black Bears trail by 1, looking to take the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on 99.1 FM, 1400 AM KEDO Longview, and YouTube. We'll be right back. Case Ogata, Sean Mulcair, Dawson Martin against the new pitcher, Josiah Nickel. So that'll do it for the left-hander. Boone Rush went 3 innings, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 4 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Also a wild pitch in there through 58 pitches, 34 strikes. It's 58.6%, as Ogata has been very unlucky today. 0 for 2, barreled the ball up both times, but right at Nick Lorenza and Quadrice Teague, respectively. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner as Nickel starts off upsetting the fans here with that strike call from Working. And count 0-1. Next one is off the handle, foul right in front. Ooh, almost a good play by Corey Keir, the pitching coach. Just off his hands, the player grabs it. And the count now 0-2. And Ogata scorches one down the line, but foul. Just past Thompson again. Barely had the angle to avoid the third base bag as Ogata still behind 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Ogata. Next pitch is down and outside. Great take by Case that time. That's not an easy pitch to lay off of. In an 0-2 count, the down and outside curveball looks really good. As the 1-2 comes in. And it's hit right to the third baseman, Thompson. Fires on a low hop, he's off the line, and the ball is dropped by Travis Helm. That's an error by Jack Thompson on the throw. So Ogata reaches on another defensive miscue for the Northwest Stars, and the Black Bears in business here in the bottom of the 6th with a man on first and nobody out. So now Sean Mulcair steps up. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a strikeout. Also swiped the bag in today's affair. Both teams with 2 errors and 6 hits. The Black Bears, though, down in the run column 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mulcair with a slightly closed stance in the left-hander's batter's box. And a medium-sized knee bend as he swings on an uppercut. The first offering, count now, no balls and 1 strike. Black Bears only trail by 1 as now another arm warming up in the pen. That's Michael Benz, number 29. So we'll try to piece together the rest of this game out of the pen. 5 strong from Takalo. Only 2 earned runs of the 5 on the board. As the 0-1. Hit in the air to left field. Right, there we go. To right center field. Sorry about that. I was, really flubbed that one. As it's caught by Teague for out number 1. The rain's got me a little bit scrambled today. It's like left field. Come on, man. That was right between Camp and Teague. So now with 1 down, here's Dawson Martin, who is 0 for 1. He's lined out to center field, and he's walked as well. Hit one right on the screws, but also right at Quandres Teague. Black Bears have the tying run on first base to go ahead at the plate. And Josiah Nickel squats, fires, and this is fouled away. But hooks back in play. The right fielder, Camp, is there, and he makes the grab for out number 2. I thought for sure that ball was just going to be spoiled out of play, but Camp had other ideas as he hauls it in. 2 outs now for Wilson Weber.
34, Wilson Weber.
Weber 0 for 2, flying out to the first baseman and grounded out to the shortstop, Brooks Dyer. Thank you for tuning in here on KEDO and YouTube. We're glad to have you here, sharing your Saturday night with us. We thank you. As this pitch, framed well by Kimball, down and away, count 0-1. Kimball pulling to Dawson Martin with the pitch framing. Martin stole so many strikes for the Black Bears in his starts at the plate. He is an excellent catcher and a great ad for them. 0-1. Look out, up and in. Weber's got to turn himself out of the way of that one. I believe he had to do that in his last plate appearance as well. So he evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Nickel comes set again, misses in the dirt. Ooh, read by Ogata well enough that he didn't try to advance. 2-1. This is Nickel's first appearance of the season. For his squad, he goes to Clark Community College. He's from Vancouver, Washington. As the throw over to first not at time, stands at 6'5" and a $195. So trying to erase the leadoff base runner. 2-1. Hit hard by Weber, but that's going to go foul over on the right side. And yes, I know that one for sure there. 2 balls, 2 strikes coming up for Weber. The Black Bears trail by 1. It's 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Case Ogata is on first, taking a nice lead off the bag as Wilson Weber tries to knock him in to tie this game. And now Weber calls time, takes another hack, and gets himself right back into it. He understands the enormity of this at-bat, hoping the Black Bears have more opportunities like this, but want to take advantage of everyone that you can as Weber swings and misses. That's strike 3. They throw to first, step on the bag, and send him down for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left aboard. We go to the 7th here at David Story. You are listening to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball as the Northwest Stars Nighthawks will come to bat, leading 5-4 in the top of the 7th. You're tuned in on KEDO and YouTube. Top of the 7th inning, Michael Benz coming in here. And that is it for Dent. Dent went 1-2-3 in his only inning of work. Pitched really well after falling behind 3-0. Became a big-time strike thrower for his team and was able to get him out of the inning unscathed. Actually, it looks like for Dent, after falling behind 3-0, he then threw 9 of his last 12 for strikes. Dent, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Or no walks, 1 strikeout. There we go. 15 pitches, 60% for strikes as 9 went over. And now we'll get to see Michael Benz. Benz this year, so 4 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 1 earned run in there, so 1.98 ERA. On 6 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts, including non-league games. He has a 1.615 whip. Benz throws very hard, one of the big arms at the back of this Cowlitz bullpen. And he'll come in against Brooks Dyer, Jack Thompson, Travis Helm, righty-lefty righty. Top of the 7th inning. Let's see if Benz can speed his way through and get us to stretch time. First pitch, misses inside with the fastball, count 1-0. Cowlitz hanging tight in this game. Have been able to score to answer every time the Stars have, or rather the Northwest Stars Nighthawks. As the 1-0 comes in, down and outside, 2-0. 3 in the first for the Nighthawks, 1 for the Black Bears in that inning. In the 3rd inning, 1 for the Nighthawks, 2 for the Black Bears. And in the 5th, a couple of solo home runs as this is fouled back. And again, 1 for Northwest and 1 for Cowlitz. So now the count 2-1 after that foul ball by Dyer. He's 0 for 3 lined out, reached on an error, and flied out. Over to Jaden Shepard, the first baseman. Benz works exclusively from the stretch, comes crouched, sets near his collarbones. The 2-1 is grounded sharply over to second base. Mulcair on the backhand, fires swiftly to first. He got him. And a nice play by Sean Mulcair. The ball really coming in hot with the slippery terrain and the turf. Sends him away for out number 1. Here's Jack Thompson.
Up now is number 72, Jack Thompson.
Thompson 0 for 3, flied out twice and reached on an error, flied out to Mensch and Sweet respectively. And he was the big hitter in the last game, drove in the only run for the Nighthawks as the first pitch he takes is on the outside corner for a strike. Good, solid fastball for Benz, count 0-1. Michael Benz stands at 6 foot, 200 pounds, Sonoma State from Corte Madera, California. As that one missed away. To Thompson, or rather just off the plate, 1-1. Thompson again with the no batting gloves, and tricky on a rainy night, but hey, he's making it work as the 1-1 is a high chopper. Shepard picks it up. He scoops it over to first, and Benz tried to barehand it. And that's going to go as an error by Michael Benz, who couldn't get his glove around on that one. So another error for the Black Bears. They've committed 3. They only had 4 on the season coming into the game.
The game to us looks about the same, right? But it's a whole different ball game out there. So make some noise for the Bears.
So here's Travis Helm. He's got a hit today. Also reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out, Helm has. And knocked in a run. First pitch to him. Fastball at the knees for a strike count 0-1. Cal's looking for the inning-ending ground ball. The middle infielders have been great today between Bozen and Mulcair. And they turned one already today. Benz taking a quick peek. He's got a spectacular pickoff move for a righty. As this is chopped up the middle, could be 2. Picked up on a hop by Bozit, steps on the bag himself, fires to first. They got him. The 6-6-3 double play. And the Black Bears wiggle their way out of a jam and make up for the error as we head to stretch time in the bottom of the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 double play. Nobody left aboard. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Cowlitz still looking to come back in this one, trailing by 1 as they come to bat. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube. Top 7 now here at the ballpark as Cowlitz will try to come back in this one. Still with 9 outs to go for him as the steady rain has not stopped anybody, hasn't stopped the offense, and especially the bat of Henry Mensch. 1 for 1. He's walked and hit a solo home run, but that was against the lefty. And now Josiah Nickel on the mound for a second inning of work, misses downstairs 1-0 to the number 9 hitting left fielder. Mensch again a force here for the Black Bears in the bottom part of their lineup. Takes one high, and the count now 2-0. And if he gets on base, it really shows how round this lineup is for Cowlitz, because he gets on, then the top of the order's up, and the Nighthawks will know they're in trouble. Now the 2-0 is a strike right at the belt. 2 balls and 1 strike. A few fans have some things to say. A lot of umpires in the stands today. And the 2-1 coming up. Hit high in the air. In center, right center. Drifting over is Teague, and he's there to make the catch. So the center fielder grabs it and sends Mensch down for the first time in this game.
Off the lineup now, number 3.
And here comes Brock Bozit.
Bozit.
Well, Bozit with a bunch of really nice plays at short. Also 1 for 3 with a base hit, a ground out, and a strikeout. Knocked in a run and scored today for the Black Bears. And every time the Black Bears send somebody up, they represent the tying run as Bozit scoops one high in the air. This will be over behind second base. Calling off everybody there is the captain of the infield, the shortstop Brooks Dyer. And he makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And now Toriano Sweet coming up.
Center fielder, number 2, Toriano Sweet.
Sweet with a double, a run scored, and a couple of strikeouts swinging. This will be the 3rd different pitcher he's faced. As now third base coach Aaron Matthews has resulted to the black rain jacket and also given a vote of confidence to Sweet, who takes one low, 1-0. Nichols really filled up the zone with strikes. 19 pitches, 13 have gone over. As his 1-0 on the way is a strike on the inside. That was pitch number 20 for him, 70% for him with the strikes. Shepard on deck, so if Sweet can get on, big threat as Shepard with a couple of hits today. 1-1. Sweet swings and misses on top of that low one. And the count now 1-2. Bases empty, 2 outs, 1-2 count coming up for Toriano Sweet here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Northwest Stars Nighthawks leading 5-4. This game's moving along pretty well too. Only an hour and 48 minutes right now as Nickel throws a stick ball pitch about 55 feet. And the count now 2-2. Sweet trying to hang in there and get his second base hit of the contest. Nickel winds, delivers, and Sweet swings and misses at the curveball, strike 3, and is down for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. Let's go to the top of the 8th here at Lower Columbia College with the Black Bears trailing by 1 and the Northwest Stars Nighthawks coming to bat. You're tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball right here on YouTube and KEDO. Well, speaking of 2 great teams, it's been a battle out here today between Cowlitz and the Northwest Stars Nighthawks. Couldn't hear it on the if you couldn't hear it on the video feed. I don't know if you can pick up all of that or not from the station from KDO, but they were talking about Peace Health and talking about 2 great teams, the Black Bears and Peace Health, as Cowlitz look to send down Kimball, Lorenza, and Camp 5, 6, 7 with Michael Benz out for his second inning of work. First pitch from him is a strike, and the count 0-1. One batter reached on an error, but then it was erased on a double play, so Ben's only faced 3 batters in the 7th, and looks like it'll be up to him to nail this one down here. His team trails by 1, so he's got to keep it close. Nobody warming in the Black Bears bullpen. Here's the 0-1. High chopper, but foul on the left side, and one Black Bear going to retrieve it over there. Count 0-2. So Ben's trying to just stay ahead in counts here. There's a lot of these Black Bears bullpen arms are what to do. They are excellent strike throwers, a lot of them with big-time fastballs. This is popped up over on the right side. Arboleda charges in and actually almost runs past Sean Mulcair, but he makes the catch and puts him down for out number 1. So 1 away. Here's Nick Lorenza. Lorenza 2 for 3 with a solo home run, a single, and a flyout. So you know they're going to be a little careful with him at the plate now. Although Benz will attack any batter. First pitch is hit foul. Over on the right side, out of play. Way behind the dugout of the Nighthawks at the count 0-1. Benz doesn't like the first offering, then nods at the next. Again, sets near the collarbone. Big kick, delivery. Ooh, up and inside with that. And hey, I wouldn't want to be hit by Michael Ben's fastball, that's for sure. So I don't blame Lorenzo for doing what he can to get out of the way there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Benz deals. Grounded sharply to short, diving, and just under his glove was Brock Bozit, so that'll go in for a base hit. A nice effort by him, but just couldn't quite get there to make the play. So now 1 on, and let's see if the Black Bears have another double play in their bones. Here's Ryan Camp. He was hit by a pitch, singled, and flied out.
Number 6, Ryan Camp.
And Camp, a right-handed hitter against the right-handed tossing Benz. And speaking of getting out of the way, excellent Twitter account, Pitching Ninja, today put out a video of a point of view perspective of a Jack Leiter fastball, the Vanderbilt right-hander, and oh my goodness, it was 98 miles an hour. You don't even have a chance to blink when that one's coming in. And the Black Bears do have somebody that throws 95. That's James Bradwell. As this is grounded to second, could be 2. Moltbear quickly shuffles to second for 1. Back to first. It's another double play. The Cowlitz Black Bears may have committed their share of errors today, but they also have done it with the twin killing, the 4-6-3, their third of the evening. Sends them all down as Benz is continuing to face the minimum despite allowing 2 base runners. No runs, no hits, or rather 1 hit. No errors and nobody left aboard. Battle in the 8th coming up with the Black Bears trailing by 1 and coming to bat. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube.
Locksmiths.
All right. Jaden Shepard, Kerry Arbolita, Queso Gata against Josiah Nickel. Nickel's done well. Pair of shutout innings for him, and
Coming up to bat now, number 32.
The Black Bears will look to try to get to him here, and
Shepard.
it's a good part of the order to do so. Shepard coming up, he's 2 for 3 today. This entire part of the order, just 2 for 9. Both of the hits from Shepard, who was knocked in a run. Big right-hander against a tall right-hander on the mound. Shepard out in front, fouls one. Ooh, that's a couple players on the bench for Cal. Let's fight for that foul ball. And it's picked up by, I can't see because of the hood over his head, but it was a nice play by him. Count 0-1. Shepard a couple of base hits right up the middle as he takes a strike outside, 0-2. Shepard will wait for his favorite pitch to hit in an at-bat. But now he'll have to be a little less selective as he fouls the curveball off the end of the bat and actually hits Kimball. He seems to be all right, though. They're not even going to walk the ball out to the mound. So another 0-2 coming up from Josiah Nickel. Well, you can hear some fans having a good time. It's like a friendly cackle going out there in the field, picking that up. As Nichols 0-2, little low. As Kimball tried to pull it up. 1 ball and 2 strikes coming up for Shepard. And Nichols been really efficient. Only thrown 4 pitches this inning. He had 23 coming in through 2. 1-2. Skips it outside, and ooh, Shepard actually took that one, I think, off the shoulder as it missed his catcher's gear. So now the count will go to 2-2. The Black Bears looking to win their third in a row.
Your ticket to Grocery Outlet tomorrow.
They beat Bend by a score of 7-6 on the back end of the day and night doubleheader on Thursday, and then won last night against these very Northwest Stars Nighthawks. And they're also looking for their first series sweep of the season. I mean, I guess you could say they swept Ridgefield in their first game. It was non-league, but it was only one game. As Shepard swings and misses. Strike 3. He's down for out number 1. Gary Arboleda getting some cheers from the stands. He's 0 for 3 today, looking for his first
number 21, Gary Arboleda.
of the game. He flied out to right, grounded out to short, and also struck out swinging. He and Ogata both hit the ball hard, but not in the right spots, as Arboleda takes one out in front of the plate, bounce there, and count 1-0.
Heard some love from the fans.
The Black Bears also looking to stay undefeated in non-league play as they continue to prepare for their series against Corvallis that'll start on Friday. They'll have 3 more non-league games coming up, all against the Highline Bears, one of them at 1:05 tomorrow afternoon. Sunday, you can get your tickets on CowlittsBlackBears.com and also tune in on KEDO and YouTube. Then they'll have Monday off before playing on Tuesday and Wednesday, both at 6:35 p.m. He squares around the bunt, gets a high hop, but that one's foul. Kimball gave chase, almost slipped. But keeps at it. The count now 2-1. A quiet but ever-present crowd here with the rain at David Story Field. And yeah, I got to say, very few people have left. They're all sticking it out. You love the toughness of this Cowlitz community. Here's the 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner. Arboleda has an even count now at 2-2. Case Ogata waits on deck, and he's hit the ball as hard as anybody in the lineup today except for Henry Mensch, who cleared all 3 fences in left field. As the 2-2. Swung on and hit high in the air near the track and left, but Lorenza is able to range over and make the grab for out number 2. Now, Arboleda knew he hit it hard, but did not catch it quite enough, as he's down now for out number 2.
Up now, our designated hitter.
Here's Case Ogata, 0 for 3, couple of lineouts, and he's also reached on an error by the third baseman Thompson. Ogata 2 for 8 to start the year for Cowlitz, and making his 3rd game today as Ogata gets a hold of this one. This is high and deep to left center field. Goodbye! A solo home run for Case Ogata, the 2nd of the game for the Black Bears, and we're all tied up at 5 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Make some more noise for Case Ogata.
Case Ogata hit that one about 560 feet. What a shot by this young man. And he's getting mobbed by his teammates over there, and for good measure. So the Black Bears, who had just 2 home runs coming into this game, both non-league, add another 2 as Sean Mulcair comes up. So let's see if the Black Bears can keep the party going. Mulcair, 1 for 3, single, struck out, flied out. First pitch, down and out, 1-0. Game just turned 2 hours old with, well, if the Black Bears are able to take a lead, just 7 outs remaining. Both teams with 5 runs on 7 hits, as Mulcair cranks one foul. 1-1 coming up for him. The Northwest Stars Nighthawks with 2 errors in there as well. They've left 5 aboard. The Black Bears with 3 errors have left 4 aboard. Offense coming through for him today. 1-1. Down and in, 2 balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting Mulcair. Well, Ogata finally got what he deserved today, that home run. He, again, hit the ball right on the screws 2 other times today, but right at some outfielders, and, well, he hit it where nobody could catch this. Mulcair slams one up the middle. That'll go in front of Teague for a base hit. So now the Black Bears really starting to barrel up. Nickel, as he digs for second base, and he's in there in time. So Mulcair says, you know what, how about a double? And Cowlitz now with the go-ahead run.
That's a difference that a loud crowd
in scoring position. Right, actually, my mistake. If the Black Bears can take a lead, there will only be 4 outs left in the game.
16, Dawson Martin.
So if Dawson Martin gets a hit here, knocks in Mulcair, the Black Bears will have come all the way back after being down by 3 runs multiple times. They just need the 1. As somebody else is... No, they're not really throwing in the bullpen. Oh, look out. Martin takes one right at the top of his back below his neck, and he's plunked, so now 2 aboard. And here's Wilson Weber, who's got a lot of power, coming up against Josiah Nickel, who really has like a heat-seeking pitch. Always seems to find the glove, but he's been catching too much plate here, as Weber going to have a chat with Aaron Matthews over down the third base line. He's 0 for 3, flied out, grounded out, and struck out. Has not got the ball out of the infield today, but when Weber gets a hold of one, it goes a long way. Mulcair with speed on second base. Dawson Martin, fast for a catcher at first. Here's Weber, righty-righty matchup as Nickel throwing from the stretch. Checks the runner on second. Mulcair about 15 feet off the bag. First pitch is swung on and tapped foul. Did not get a big piece of that, and the count 0-1. It's 2 away here. The Black Bears have tied it at 5 off the Case Ogata home run. We've seen 3 home runs today. One by Nick Lorenza of the Nighthawks, and the others by Henry Mensch and Case Ogata. All the infielders playing back. Waiting for that hard ground ball from Weber, and the 0-1 takes one outside, but it's a strike. And Wilson falls behind 0-2. It's the first inning the Black Bears have scored in where the Nighthawks have not scored first today. And just like that, they've tied it up here at 5 in the late innings. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. A chance to take the lead here for Wilson Weber and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Right-hander delivers, and Weber flails at it and misses. Strike 3. They throw to first, and it's in time. So Weber down on strikes, another job third, but the Black Bears are able to tie up this ball game on one big hit. They score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, or 1 error, my mistake, and 2 left aboard. We head into the top of the 9th. Cowlitz 5, Nighthawks 5, with Northwest coming to bat. You're tuned into Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on KEDO and YouTube.
Limbo.
We are in the 9th now, as got a couple of kids limboing down the third base line, and hey, just like the low stick there, the Cowlitz Black Bears have been walking a tightrope all season long, and now they end in a tie ball game here right now in the top of the 9th. Michael Benz back out there firing. He's only thrown 15 pitches, so makes no difference that it's been 2 innings. Has only faced 6 as his teammates have turned 2 double plays behind him. He'll come up against Caden Parker, Quadrice Teague, and Carter Monda, all for the first time today. And Parker 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out, and grounded out.
Number 1, Caden Parker.
And let's see what this part of the order has done today for the Nighthawks, as they are 0 for 9, as this play is made over at first base, and 1 quick out for the Cowlitz Black Bears. So 1 down. Here's Quadrice Teague. Teague 0 for 3, couple of groundouts to Sean Mulcair, and a strikeout swinging. The Black Bears next inning will send out the home run, Mr. Home Run, Henry Mensch, Brock Bozit, and Toriano Sweet, as they'll attempt to walk it off. Ben's trying to get 2 more quick outs here. Kicks, fires, misses low and inside with the fastball, 1-0. That was just his 17th pitch. Really efficient today on a day where the Black Bears were hoping not to use a lot of arms and a lot of pitching, and so far Benz has devoured these innings at the back end as the ball slips out of his hand and right into the backstop. 2-0. Oh, look at this good coach, Shane McCarroll. going out over there to retrieve that baseball, giving his players a bit of a breather. 2-0 coming up to Teague. Next up, Carter Mondo, the DH. Here's 2-0. Great looking fastball on the outside corner from Benz, 2-1. Again, nobody warming in the bullpen, so this is Benz's game, although somebody looks like is mulling around for the Nighthawks, as this one is caught on and missed. And the count now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes coming up, as the Nighthawks are attempting to at least create some traffic on the base paths, but it's been nothing doing for them today. As this one is dribbled foul on the right side, and we'll keep it 2-2. Black Bears pitching has carried them very well today, as it has all season long. Of the 5 runs, just 2 of them earned, as Titus Oyen is warming up in the pen. Another foul ball from Teague makes it 2-2. He's a lefty, but again, coming in against all right-handers, so the Black Bears should have the advantage in the bottom of the 9th. Benz with his cap slightly askew over to the left side of his forehead. Delivers the 2-2, and another one slips away from him. Count runs full, 3-2, and
When
that's not really
you can tell just how fast they're going.
a Michael Benz issue. It's more of the rain coming down, as he's usually not very wild at all, and you can actually see by his percentage here. 16 of 23 pitches have gone per strikes. That's 70.8%. As a team, the Black Bears have thrown 68.7% of their pitches over the plate. And Ben shakes off a couple signs and has Teague step out of the box. Cowlitz Black Bears faithful all here, hoping their team can walk it off in the bottom of this inning. Benz has to navigate his way out of this part of the lineup, but this is grounded. Over to second. Mulcair picks a good hop to fire to first and retires his man for out number 2. So Benz has faced the minimum, though he has allowed a couple base runners. Off a hit and an error, but then double plays me now. The Black Bears can't turn a double play this inning with 2 outs now. Here's Carter Monda. Monda, 1 for 4, double fly out, line out, and a ground out. So all he needs is a strikeout, really. And he'll complete the out cycle. Load a pop-out count? I guess it's the same as a fly out, really. First pitch, beautiful fastball on the outside corner as Benz hops off the mound, count 0-1. Ben showing off his Mercedes of an arm, firing in those fastballs as he kicks and delivers the next one. Another one, even faster than the last one, but misses away. Maybe a little low as well, 1-1. Benz taps his front foot a couple times before delivering the 1-1 as it snakes in a little low with the 2-seamer. 2 balls and 1 strike. All of his pitches have been right around the plate, but just a little low on that one and just a little outside at the previous one. And the 2-1. Check swing, and Shepard going over towards the fence, but it's going to go over the netting, and it's caught by a fan. So the count now 2-2. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-5 tie ball game in the top of the 9th as Benz looks for his first true 1-2-3 inning. And he deals. Swung on and hit hard to third. Picked up on a backhand by Martin. Fires across the diamond hard. Shepard off the bag. Tries to make the tag, and it's not in time. But a strong throw by Martin. Let's see how they score it. And that's going to go as a throwing error by Dawson Martin. So the 4th error of the game for Cowlitz. Very unusual for them, as, again, they only had 4 errors coming into the game. But Martin made a strong throw, just took Shepard off the bag. And again, he's not a third baseman by trade. He's a catcher, but also can play a little in the corner infield positions. So now here comes Brooks Dyer, who's 0 for 4. He's reached on an error, lined out, flied out, and grounded out. Monda leads off the bag about 10 feet away from Jaden Shepard, who's holding him on. Benz deals, misses low with the fastball. That was pitch number 30, and the count 1-0. Twilight sky with obviously clouds all over it. So rain continues to trickle down here at David Story Field. Runner goes. Here's the 1-0, and it gets away from Weber. So Monda in scoring position on the stolen base, and now a 2-0 count for Brooks Dyer. A good situation for the Northwest Stars Nighthawks. And the road squad today, 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch to Dyer. Fastball hit hard up the middle. Going way back on it is sweet, but he'll make the grab as Benz was already running off the mound, trusting his center fielder to make the play as he sends him down for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left the board. We head to the bottom of the 9th. The Black Bears will set a mensch. Bozit Sweet. You won't want to miss the exciting conclusion of this one as the Black Bears try to walk it off right here on YouTube and KEDO. All right, bottom of the 9th, tie game. The Black Bears only need 1 to sweep the Northwest Stars Nighthawks. So here's Henry Mensch, 1 for 2, a walk, a flyout, and a home run. First pitch to him is in the dirt, and the count 1-0. Now the rain's starting to come down even harder, just to, add to some dramatic effect. As you can definitely hear it on the crowd, Mike. I'll turn it down a little more. The Black Bears getting really into the rain here. They're loving it. They're loving having Mensch at the plate. Next one, swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Take a selfie in this and tag us. Bears of, summer.
Rain now starting to come down almost in a sheet as the 1-1 delivery is, a strike. All right, that might be the highest strike that Ross Working has called today, and the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Mensch at the plate. Next pitch. Skips in front of the plate from Josiah Nickel, and the count 2-2. So they had a lefty warming in the pen, but they're going to go with Nickel for this inning. Up next will be Brock Bozit. And Nichols 2-2. Down and away as Mensch has worked the count full. If he can get on base, the winning run will be aboard. Right now, he's the walk-off man at the plate if he can get a hold of one again. 3-2. Look out as another bat goes flying. And now they're going to call them off the field here with the rain. I don't understand what's going on here. Bats have been flying throughout the game. All right, but they're going to step aside here, so we're going to be in a rain delay for a little while. 5-5 ball game. And Henry Mensch coming to the plate. We're going to step aside as we'll wait to see what the umpires try to say here. So we'll step aside a little bit more of an elongated break here right here on KDO and YouTube. Okay. So let's go with a 4-minute break to start, and then I'll try to give you an update at that point. Do you guys have rain? Back at it here at David Story Field, and because it's a non-league game, they decide to tie this one at 5-5. It's the umpire's call. They're wrapping it up as this rain doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. So a little bit of an anticlimactic finish, but how about the Black Bears coming all the way back and tying it up with the Case Ogata solo home run? It was a spectacular game for Cowlitz today, and they had their man at the plate, Henry Mensch, who also had a home run today, coming up to try to get the job done, but in the end, they're just going to end it right here for everybody's safety. The Cowlitz Black Bears will then begin a 3-game series now, starting tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. against the Highline Bears. So it'll be Black Bears against the regular Bears. Then they'll have off on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, back-to-back games against those same Highline Bears before heading to Corvallis on Thursday. So we're going to try to get a player. He's going to be soaked coming in here to interview. A little bit of post-game show action. So when we return, we'll get one of our Cowlitz Black Bears players of the game. Final score, Black Bears 5 and the Northwest Stars Nighthawks 5. And yeah, we'll see if any player wants to stay dry up here in the press box. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears post-game coverage right here on KEDO and YouTube. All right, let's do 5 minutes, please. Can you talk for me real quick?
Yeah, does it sound good?
Here, put it up here.
Is that good? Yeah, no?
Now try.
Yeah. Is that better? All right.
We've been having trouble with that thing, man.
Yeah.
Let's do the 250, 8 hits. Okay. Welcome back to the Callants Black Bears post-game show. Zach Smolin alongside Henry mentioned. Henry, we decided to just pluck you right off the field as the umpires kind of just did, taking you out of that at bat. But the rain obviously coming down and bats slipping all over the place. But let's start with the home run today. You cleared, 1, 2, 3 fences out there. I think that ball's still flying. I never heard it land. How'd that feel coming off the bat today?
It felt beautiful. Finally felt really good at the plate today. It actually didn't feel like anything when I hit it, so it was really nice.
So you guys have been a little bit low scoring so far this season, but how about you and Queso God, also Jaden Shepard with a couple of hard base hits? You think the bats are starting to come around for the Black Bears?
Yeah, it really feels like it. We're trying to turn the corner so that we can get our pitchers some run support. So, yeah, it feels like we're finally hitting that stride, you know.
Defense with 4 errors today, but also 3 double plays. We know that one of the identities of this team is the defense, and when you see guys turning plays out there, you made a nice couple of catches out in left field. Does that add to the confidence out there when you step into the box?
For sure. When I'm in left field and seeing my boys in the infield making plays, that really makes me feel good. So it's really nice.
All right, and Dale, his first start today. What did you think today? 5 innings, only 2 earned runs. Pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah. Looked like he had some good stuff up there, so hopefully he can keep it up.
All right, Henry, thank you so much for joining us. I know you got to get your stuff out of the dugout before it floods, so we'll let you go. Thanks for coming on with us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, that wraps things up here on the Callants Black Bears post-game show. Final score, Callants Black Bears 5 and the Northwest Stars Nighthawks also 5 as they call this one for rain in the top of the 9th. And Henry Mensch, as we just saw, was over here on a 3-2 count. Pulled off, but that's okay. Non-league game, and we'll take it. We'll take the offense. And we thank you so much for tuning in right here on KEDO and on YouTube. We'd like to thank our TV producer, Justin Ford, who's clicking all the buttons back there. And we'd also like to thank our radio producer, Mark McDermott, for keeping everything going on the radio end. Once again, final score, Black Bears 5 and Nighthawks 5. My name is Zach Smolin. Have a great night. Stay frosty. All right, well, I'll let you know.